Oh, this is, wait, hold on. Okay, this is interesting. I gotta change this. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Like, this is crooked. Hi, hello. Welcome back. I did it. I finished. I graduated plant ceremony experience here at Rythmia, and it is, oh my gosh. I have so much to tell you. And I'm going to be real clear with you guys. I'm not going to tell you everything. And I decided this because I think for everybody who's been watching this series, there's a part of you that wants to come here, right? There's a part of you that's curious about Grandmother Aya. There's a part of you that wants to up level and go to that next step. And I'm super sweaty, so please forgive me. Hot mess over here. I don't want to share everything with you because everybody's experience is different, right? And so when I come in and share, you know, each and every one of these days, if you've watched this series, if you want to go back and watch the other ones, if you don't know what this is, I'm at Rythmia doing plant ceremonies. Hi, go search the hashtag BBB journal inside of the group and you'll find the other videos. Hi, Tiffany. But I guess if you've been watching these, like, you know, this week was really hard, right? There were a lot of ups and downs, and this is the most transformational week of my entire fucking life. There is no doubt about it. I came here worried about a lot of things. I came here feeling like my goals were out of reach in my life. I kept feeling like I had a hard time creating the success that I desired. I felt like I had a really difficult time honoring my body, listening to my body, feeding and nourishing my body the right way. I was tired all of the time, and I had these emotional traumas that I just never looked at. And I came here because I was like, you know what? I want to evolve. I want to get better. I want to go to the next step. And Grandmother Aya, looking back on this, I realized the deep message was to remove the worry. To remove worry, because we worry about so much. We worry about food. We worry about money. We worry about relationships. We worry about whether or not people like us. We worry if the lady at the grocery store was mean. And all of that worry is exactly what deters us from creating the life that we truly actually want. And it took me fucking 30 years of my life to figure that out. My mom taught me to worry about everything. My dad worried every day. Worried about providing for his kids, worried about if he was doing a good job. And I look now and I can recognize that all of that fear, that was the lesson. To be successful, to have everything you want, the trick is not to work really hard. The trick is not to have the right brand or the right strategy. The real trick is to just show up and learn how to be the master of your fear. This reality that we live in, it's all a fucking game. It's all a game. And if we really want to win the game, we have to run it with our hearts. And when that fear comes in and says, you're not going to be successful, you can't do this, you'll never have what you want, you're going to die, like whatever your fear tells you, none of that is real. And the real game is learning how to overcome that fear. Plain and simple. So anyway, my last plant ceremony was pretty fucking intense. I died multiple times. And not really died, right? It's in your mind, it's happening in your mind. But I saw myself have this rebirth, this experience of becoming the woman that you guys are looking at now. So hey, what's up? My name is Lauren. Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. I came with a lot of business questions too, right? Like I had all these questions about like, how do I know if I'm on the right path, and what's my true purpose, and you know, what do I do? And I have clarity around that now. I really understand deeply what I'm truly called to do in this world, and you guys will watch me do that over the next couple of months inside of this community, in our live events. For anybody who's coming back here with me, the details, if you want to join, Kyle Cease is going to be here. That is in April, and the details are in the bio of this video, and you can call and sign up and come do this journey with me. This is the best thing I've ever done for my entire life. This is the best fucking thing I have ever done for my entire life. And it was also the scariest thing I've ever done in my entire life, and the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. But now, like, I'm telling you, I don't have a single ounce of fear or worry, and I feel so amazing. Now, Tiffany's asking in the comments, she said, maybe this is not the right time to ask, but I heard this is just the worst trip and you get so sick. I have a major block around that. So if everything is energy, let's just explore this possibility for a hot minute. If everything is energy, if we're holding on to energies that are negative, they directly affect our magnetism, right? If you've ever seen like a guy that's just having a really shitty day and you're like, oh my God, look at that asshole. Like he's just not having a good day. It's his energy, right? It's not a fact. It's something that you can feel. And energy affects our ability to succeed. It affects our relationships. It affects our ability to feel happy and fulfilled. And so the tribal cultures and the communities that use plant medicine, when they talk about vomiting or having diarrhea, these are not sicknesses that are coming to you. They're sicknesses that are leaving you. They are escaping you. So when you feel sick and you're releasing, what you're really releasing is trauma or low vibration that's been built up in your body over time. So for me, like, I was thinking about my sexual assault, and then all of a sudden I really had to, release, right? I had to purge. And when you have that approach of like, I'm getting rid of things, right? It's actually a really good feeling. Like, it's not the sickness that we know in Western world where we throw up and we're like, oh my God, I'm so sick, right? And you just feel this like low, terrible feeling. It's actually this like euphoric, like, I'm getting this out of me. I'm letting go of this. This is no longer me. So I had a bucket. We all have a bucket. And they tell you to talk to the bucket. They say when you're releasing, if you feel like you're going to purge, talk to the bucket and ask, what are you? And there was one point I was thinking of my mental health. I was thinking of things that I've been through in my life, like things that have blocked my feminine energy. And when I looked at the bucket, I saw, because you're on psychedelics, obviously, I saw a bunch of flies, just like all these flies, like all over the place. And it wasn't really what was in my bucket. It was just what I was seeing. It was the vision to show me that this is a sickness that needs to come out, that I can't harbor this anymore. And if you guys have watched like the videos that I've shared, every single day I feel like my face looks different because I'm evolving and I'm changing. And yeah, it's just pure magic, right? Like, I had a hard time with the darkness. I had a really hard time with seeing evil things or feeling evil things, or the discomfort of the experience. And I ran from it for a while. Like, I was you guys know from video 2, I was deeply afraid. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why am I experiencing this? I can't experience this again. And with every plant ceremony, I realized like the dark can't exist without the light. And so those dark energies and experiences, what they're really teaching you is like, look how beautiful life really is, right? Like, none of these dark things are actually real. They're not. There's pure love, there's pure joy. We're all here to experience and play and have fun and make the most out of our lives in this lifetime. So anyway, I have an ant on me. Come on, get off. I just want to encourage you guys to remember, if you feel called to plant ceremony, you can DM me. We're all going to go together in April. You're welcome to join me. Just call that number and tell them I sent you. And I don't get anything from it. I'm simply just coming to hold space for anybody who wants to witness this and go through this journey of really deep healing. So if you've ever been through emotional things in your life and you feel like you haven't really fully healed from them, if you struggle with mental health, if you have trauma that you've never looked at, if you have blocks financially, this is a place where you could really have some true impact in your life and have huge influence. So yeah, and what Cole's saying about purging, I never threw up, but there were times where I was looking at the bucket and I was going like this. I was letting it out with my breath, and I could feel it moving through me to release it. So, just remember too, if you have like a really insecure relationship with throwing up and you're like, I just don't want to fucking do that, you might not, right? Like, not everybody does, and that's okay. But if you're ready to let go of something, I'd love to see you here. So I'm gonna leave today. The girls and I are going to JW Marriott for a couple of days just to relax and decompress, because we've had so many experiences here that have been really beautiful and transformational. And also too, I think there's power in the community doing it, where I heard so much of and understood so much about my process here because we were talking to so many people who were doing the process with us, and we were sharing our stories and opening up and working through them together. So just remember too, if you come here, you're not going to be alone. You're going to be fully supported and loved and accepted, and it would be amazing to see you here. So I hope to see you here. And if you don't feel like you're ready for this step, but you want to do this type of healing, I'd encourage you to go to badassbusinessbabe.com and click the coaching section in the menu bar. I have a live event weekend experience called Transformation Weekend that I'm running, and there's a handful of spots. So go look at that sales page and see if it calls you. It's a 2-day weekend. We do your personal healing on day 1 and your business healing on day 2. Tiffany says you seem so free and happy, and guys, I feel really fucking free and happy. So thank you for saying that. And I'm going to go take my after photo so that I can share with you guys kind of like what has changed for me in the process of being here. So yeah, I love you. Thanks for being on this journey with me, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.